Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new here. If you're returning or if you're new and you haven't subscribed, I hope you will consider subscribing, especially if you see something that gives you a little bit of inspiration or reminds you to do something around your home. In today's video, we are going to be cleaning, cooking, and also sprinkling in a little bit of Halloween. But first, we're going to go ahead and get dinner going. I'm using the crock pot today, so I need to go ahead and get this started early. We are making the Mississippi pot roast, which I'm sure you've seen on social media for years now. It is one of my favorite go-to comfort meals, especially around this time of the year. It's in heavy rotation in our house. I just seared off my chuck roast with salt and pepper, and then I drop it in the crock pot with the au jus gravy packet, the ranch seasoning packet, the brine and peppers from the pepperoncini peppers. I use a lot of brine because I like the flavor that it gives it. And then you top it off with a stick of butter, and you just let it cook on high for 4 hours or on low for 6 to 8. I'm going low for 6 hours today. And then about 4 hours in, I'll come back in and we'll add some potatoes. I typically also add carrots, but I didn't have any on this day, so we're just using the potatoes today. Then we're going to move right on into cleaning. I needed to clean my toaster oven, so we're going to do that. I have a love-hate relationship with this toaster oven. It takes up prime real estate on my kitchen counter, which drives me crazy. However, it is probably the hardest working appliance in our kitchen aside from our refrigerator. We use it daily. My kids use it. It's 2, 3, 4 times a day we're using this toaster oven. So it is worked. And it's worth its weight in gold. Tried my Dawn Power Wash and baking soda mixture, and that didn't work. Then I tried that cleaning paste from Dollar Tree. That got more of it off, but there was still some buildup left on there. And I found a can of Easy Off oven cleaner underneath my sink that was almost empty, but I was able to get enough out of it to spray down the door of the toaster oven. And as you can see, after sitting for about 2 or 3 minutes, the buildup was just wiping away. And then I also used it on the racks and the drip pan for the toaster oven. And I'm not sure if you can see it in this video, but when I'm rinsing off those racks, the water is just brown because it was just rinsing right away. So that was very helpful. I don't really like to use Easy Off often, but when you need it, you need it. And today it just made my life a lot easier. Next up, we are going in and changing out the filters in our air purifiers. We have 2 of the Dyson air purifiers on our first floor, and then we have a different brand on our second floor, which I just changed out about a month ago. So today we're just doing the Dyson filter changes. We love these things. In our kitchen, it has been a lifesaver, especially since our vent fan stopped working. It's been probably over a month. It's maybe going on 2 months now since our vent fan stopped working. And anytime I'm in the kitchen cooking, or if the smells get a little overpowering, that thing goes to work and it sucks the odors and things out of the air. So we love them. I don't know, these filters have to be changed out maybe every 9 months to a year. I can't remember the last time we changed them, but there's a red light that will come on and show you that the filter needs to be changed. And in a minute, you will see the difference between the new filter and the old filter. So if you haven't changed out filters, whether you have an air purifier or through your HVAC in a while, make sure you are changing out those filters because it definitely helps your system run better, and helps the air quality in your home. And now we're going to move into the kitchen and do the exact same thing. We're just changing out those not vents, excuse me. We're changing out the filters, and you will see in a minute, again, the difference between the new and the old. And you'll also be able to see the difference between the one in our kitchen and the one in our bedroom. And here are the new and the old side by side. Definitely can see a difference. And then these are both sets from the old. The ones on the left are from our kitchen, and the ones on the right are from our bedroom. And as you can see, the ones on the left are quite a bit darker than the ones on the right, at least in real life they are. But that's to be expected because those came from the kitchen unit, and the other ones came from our bedroom. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of Halloween. And when I say sprinkle, that's exactly what I mean. I do not have a lot of Halloween decor. These jack-o'-lanterns are from Kirkland's, but pretty much everything else almost is from Dollar Tree. I don't spend a lot of money on Halloween decor, but my 7-year-old keeps encouraging me to buy more and to decorate more. So this is where we are. These candles did not come from Dollar Tree. They came from either Home Goods or TJ Maxx. I can't recall. And I know I sound like a broken record, but the dining room table is not decorated yet. It's a little bit hard for me because we use this dining room table every single day. As you can see, I have a puzzle going. My 7-year-old and my 16-year-old both sit here and eat daily. My 16-year-old likes to sit there because he says that he has good cell signal at the dining room table. So it's not like most dining room tables or formal dining room tables where it only gets used a few times a year. We use that table every single day. So eventually it will, by Thanksgiving, it will be decorated and pretty. Or if I have people over or something and I clean it up a little bit, and I'll make it look a little bit prettier, but that's where we are right now. That little yoga skeleton is Dollar Tree. I got it when it was still $1.25, and I wish I could find the other poses in the gold, but that's all they had left when I finally made my way into Dollar Tree to look for them. And then we're going to go ahead and move out to the front porch. I had only put the mums that I said I was not buying. I went ahead and put those in pots. So I had to bring out the pumpkins, and then the other little stakes and things like that I have that go inside of the plant pots. And what little I have out here for Halloween, I will go ahead and hang those ghosts in a few minutes. But yeah, pretty much the front porch is either Michael's for the pumpkins or Dollar Tree. And this Happy Haunting Ghost doormat is from Kirkland's as well. Then I went and grabbed my tongs. These are the tongs that I use. They're old grilling tongs, but I use them in my kitchen because I'm short. I'm only a little over, almost 5'3". Anything that I can't reach in the house that I don't feel like grabbing the ladder for, I use these tongs to help kind of pull it to the edge. So I went and grabbed those to help me hang up the ghost so that I did not have to go to the top step of the ladder, because that just would not be smart of me right now. pot roast has been going for about 4 hours now, and I'm going to go ahead and add my potatoes in, and then we are going to run out to Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you what I picked up when we get back. Okay, we are back from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. And from Hobby Lobby, I picked up this layering doormat. I was on their website earlier looking for doormats and realized that they were on sale for 50% off. So I went into the store and I found this one. It was originally $10.99. So I got it for $5.49, something like that. And then I also picked up 2 Christmas items, which I'll share in probably the next video. So I got that. And then from Dollar Tree, I just picked up 2 of the black lanterns, the smaller one for $3, and then a larger one I think was $5. And then I got the clear plastic cutting board mats and made those little ghosts and just inserted them in there, the ghost faces into the lanterns. I saw a couple of people do it on YouTube as a Halloween craft, so I just tried it and it turned out okay. It's cute. I just use what do you call it? Permanent black marker, and I drew the eyes and the mouth onto the cutting board, and then cut them to size and stuck them in there. I didn't glue them or anything. Yeah, and then that was it. And then the little skeletons that I already had, we went ahead and put those outside. And pretty much that is it for my fall porch. Now we will incorporate real pumpkins. A lot of the times we'll get pumpkins to carve or decorate. And then if I take my son to a pumpkin patch, they normally give away a small pumpkin, so we normally come home with a couple of those every year as well, and those will be incorporated. I had a lot of white pumpkins, and I was trying to figure out why, but then I remember it's because we typically also incorporate a few real pumpkins, and they're typically orange when we do that. So as I was trying to arrange things on the front porch, I think I was bitten by a spider, and then immediately after that, as my fingers started to tingle, you see me turn around really quickly. The fall flag that's hanging in my yard, it was really windy, and so the flag started flapping in the wind, and it sounded like footsteps. It sounded like someone was running up on me, so I immediately turned around, was ready to like run or fight, I don't know, but I realized it was a fall flag, and I calmed down quickly, and then I was just trying to come back and see where the spider was, and I actually saw the spider climbing back up into the plant pot, but it disappeared. I couldn't tell what type of spider it was, and it was fine. I was okay, but it did sting for a few minutes. And now we are back inside, and these 2 boards that I have on either side of the arch going into our living room, I use these boards to display seasonal photos. It's my way of getting the photos out of the phone and displaying them, but without them being permanently displayed. Like I can switch these out seasonally. If it's somebody's birthday, then their pictures go up. So right now we have fall photos from like us at years past at pumpkin patches and things like that. We have some Halloween of my boys with their Halloween costumes on, and then also my 16-year-old, my middle son, celebrates his birthday in October, so there are quite a few of his birthday photos up as well. Again, this is just my way of displaying seasonal photos without having them stuck in a photo album, but also getting them out of my phone, and then I can just switch them out. And then while I was in Dollar Tree, I spotted these two gold colored skeletons. So I said I would grab those and just put them on my mantle. Again, another way for me to sprinkle in a little bit of Halloween without going overboard, and not spending too much money. And then last year, I ordered these vinyl, I guess they're like vinyl or plastic bats from, I think it was from Temu, and I think it was a pack of like 40 something bats for $2 or something like that. The sticky stuff that comes with them damaged my walls last year, so we don't use that anymore. About halfway through last year, I took them off and I started using painter's tape. So now I just use painter's tape, and we incorporate the bats throughout the house, just to add in that extra little Halloween touch without being too much.
All right, turning on 2 lights.
All right, and after 6 hours on low, the Mississippi pot roast is ready. It is perfectly tender. The potatoes are fork tender, packed full of flavor. We had it over rice with a side of green beans. Perfect comfort meal, perfect for leftovers. If you've tried it or if you plan on trying it, let me know. Let me know how you like it. Not my original recipe, but definitely one that is in heavy rotation in our household. So I didn't get a good shot of the ghost because my shadow kept getting in the way, but this is the front porch. I'll show it to you again in another video. I just added those battery operated candles. They have a timer and a remote, so they're easy for me to operate. Here inside the foyer, we can change the color of our lights in our living room and in our foyer. So around Halloween, we do purple or orange. It's just another way to bring in that Halloween vibe without having to do too much. Just some bats, skeletons, spiders, a little hocus pocus sign. Again, just about everything from the Dollar Tree. The jack-o'-lanterns will go on the front porch for Halloween, but again, they don't have a timer or a remote, so they're just easy for me to turn on and off from here, without having to go outside every night to turn them on and off. So yeah, that's how everything in the foyer turned out. And then in the living room, I just added the skeletons to the fireplace mantle as well as the bats. And yeah, that's how I sprinkle in a little bit of Halloween into my fall decor. Still need a battery for that candle there on the end. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for taking the time to check out this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.